Welcome back, everybody. This is the MTGPL Legacy Fight Night. My name is Beyond Sadistic, and with me, a wild, it says Chaotic Bear, but it's not, a wild Prez BOTW appears. Prez, how
How's
you
it
doing
going today? I'm doing fantastic, other than almost flipping my, blowing out my truck. I hit a snowbank hard enough that I ended up knocking the tire off the rim, so just about didn't make it in time, but...
Yeah, that's crazy, dude. I'm so glad that you were able to make it and didn't perish in the flames that is a burning truck.
Yeah, exactly. Although that being said, just get home in time for a conference call, but that's neither here nor there, so...
Right, exactly. All you can do is do your best, right?
Exactly. So but yeah, no, I'm excited to be here though and do some Legacy here.
Oh yes, and Legacy has been super fun as of recently. I'm sure all of you guys have also seen with the shakeup in the metagame. It's been pretty ridiculous just how good some of these decks have been.
Yeah, like the Legacy right now is basically like a gigantic Wild West. It's so awesome. Like even talking to people who play primarily online, just in the brand new meta, people are playing what they want to play. They're just picking up anything that they're familiar with, playing whatever they can that's good fun and stuff like that. And it's just really refreshing to see just the amount of different archetypes people are playing, which is absolutely fantastic. And I love to see it, especially after being, dealing with Oko for when did Eldrin was a 2019 set, so over a year.
Yeah, he's been extremely oppressive along with some of the other cards, which is really, really great to see. I'm really excited for this though. 4-color Loam, this is something that Chaotic Bear has played a lot, and Pickle Plop is on Maverick, and Maverick is my newfound passion. Maverick is so good, and I love the crap out of this deck. So it's
a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm so excited for this one. This one.
I actually had the pleasure of playing against Pickle Plop in our last Saturday event there. When I was playing Battle of Wits, I got absolutely destroyed, but it was still a fantastic match.
Did you say you were playing Battle of Wits in a Legacy event?
I was. It's a good time. Apparently, it also skewed a bunch of data too.
Right? Who knew that having 84 copies of one card in your deck made it one of the most played cards in an event?
Yeah, who would have thought? But that's neither here nor there.
Right? and to put it on the cherry on top is Pickle Plop is also on Dark Maverick, which is actually the same thing that I put together because Abzan.
I am a huge fan of the Black Splash in Maverick. I agree. The disruption you gain from cards like Thoughtseize or some of the spot removal you get in black is just super, super valuable.
Yeah, especially right now, having access to Plague Engineer main deck is really great. I really like that you have that diversity of threats. Hex Drinker is a beast. You drop a Hex Drinker and level that thing up right away, and especially with drop a Hex Drinker, drop a Cradle. And I mean, you're going to town. There's not a whole lot your opponent can really do if you're really going there.
Yeah.
But this one is playing Once Upon a Time main deck, which I am not, and it's playing 3 Abrupt Decays. So it's really heavy in removal with the 4 Plows and the 3 Abrupt Decays main deck.
That is a lot for a Maverick deck, but I think it's actually pretty good, especially in an unknown meta.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Abrupt Decays are really valuable.
Right. Interestingly enough, Chaotic Bear drops a Knight of the Reliquary, and Pickle Plop's like, well, wait, I can do that too. I played Knight of the Reliquary as well.
Yeah.
So that
immediately fires the swords off, though, so Bear's going to gain 4 life here.
Yeah, which
is a 4/4, so...
Right, exactly.
I love Knight of the Reliquary. I have been playing Knight of the Reliquary for a couple months now in one of my brews.
Mm-hmm.
It is not a Maverick deck, but it definitely makes absolutely ginormous knights that swing for lethal very often, and it's a ton of fun.
and how does it do that, Prez? Let us know.
Good old card called Retreat to Coral Helm. Draft a Superstar from Battle for Zendikar. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, you may tap or untap target creature, or you can scry 1. So you sack a land with the knight, go grab a land, untap the knight, repeat.
And you just get to keep doing this. And you can even do this in the middle of combat even too, can't you?
Exactly. It's a blast, but the deck is still a little soft to Force of Will, or not Force of Will, Fast Combo. I'll have to work that out, but if anyone's ever curious about it, yeah, try jamming Knight of the Reliquary with Retreat to Coral Helm. It's a blast.
Yeah. No, I totally agree. Looks
Yeah.
like a plague engineer is going to come down, and that plague engineer is probably going to name human. So that means
Yes, does name human.
Yep. Knight of the Reliquary is going to be a sad human on a pony.
That being said, though, this knight is ginormous because this knight is still a 4/4 even under the effects of Plague Engineer.
Right.
Which, in this particular case, Plague Engineer having the Death Touch is very relevant.
However, if you have your opponent on Maverick, naming human also takes out their nobles as well.
Also takes out Thalia.
And takes out Thalia.
Mother of Runes if they're playing it.
Right. So I think it's a fairly good name there.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
Yeah. And there's a noble which is going to immediately die.
Should immediately die when someone points it out.
Just like that. Oh, darn. Your noble's dead.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
There it goes.
But that is the world that we live in now of Legacy.
Yeah, so this is one of the Plague Engineer is one of the 2019 cards that has got the pass, if you get what I mean.
So
with from Modern Horizons now, we've had Ren and Six Band, we've had Arkham's Astrolabe Band, which I guess that's actually it there, but we've also had Oko Go Away.
Wait, are they trying to rewind? Like, oh wait, I'll hold priority and cast Abrupt Decay?
He's trying to rewind basically to Wild Noble Hierarch is on the stack, I'm going to Abrupt Decay your Plague Engineer.
I'm waiting for a table spotter to actually say that that's what they're doing. And if the table spotter is, if the opponent's chaotic is allowing the swap to maintain priority. Okay.
Yeah.
So that was
generous opponent.
Very, very generous. I totally agree. All right. So Plague Engineer dies to a very timely Abrupt Decay. I honestly, if he probably would have thought about it, he probably would have Abrupt Decayed first anyway. So.
Yeah, exactly.
The table spotter said, which is Dr. Leo, chaotic is being nice for some reason.
So it looks like we're not attacking here, we're potting. The Blind Tyrant, thank you very much for the follow.
Absolutely.
Oh, so we're going to pod the forest into a wasteland and then immediately crack that off at the scrubland.
Which is super, super cool.
Yeah.
Champagne.
I also like hitting the scrubland here specifically because it turns bear off of white.
Right. I totally agree. Yep. And then it forces him if he's got anything he needs to tap for more than, it takes him off of more than one green spell a turn also without you gaining life until he had a bite.
So bear's going to take 4 off the library as well.
Yep. Champagne in chat said, I think as far as 2019 cards go, Plague Engineer is totally fine. After all, we've had Engineer Plague for like 20 years. I actually agree with that completely. I think Plague Engineer is one of those checks and balances that we need in Legacy, just like a Wasteland type card. I totally agree with that.
Yeah, I don't think Plague Engineer is egregious by any means. The card is certainly powerful. However, I don't think this is the card's breaking any rules.
Right.
I might be saying that because I don't play tribal decks, but
except for kobolds.
Except for kobolds, yeah.
And
yes, and Kavu.
I know your dark secrets, Press. I've seen your dark sleeved up secrets. Yeah, it's 100% keeping the format.
That's a beautiful forest.
That actually is a beautiful forest.
Which set is that from? I
edition.
Almost wonder, is that a P3K forest?
It could be a portal, yeah.
Ooh.
So what are some of the decks that you guys in chat have been playing now that Legacy is like wide open again? I've been seeing some amazing stuff posted from the 5.0 lists and from the leagues and from the challenges. I mean, just some ridiculously cool stuff played. What's some of the spiciest stuff that you guys have played?
I know I've been playing all kinds of jank, but
right.
We've been talking about that.
And
so apparently Pickle doesn't know what printing that is.
Really? Yikes.
Yeah.
Huh. It's got to be a portal. Ice Age. Oh, it's Ice. It's Ice Age?
Ice Age Deckmasters? Okay.
Yeah. Got it. I'm going to jam burn once I get all the pimp cards collected. Xylophone says, Astrid, I think that's a totally wicked idea.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. For the spoilers that have come out, like white was okay, blue had some good cards in it, black had some really dear to my heart cards in it, but
Yes.
overall is pretty fine. Red, oh my god, banger after banger, just
All
so
day.
many good cards all day long.
Yes. And it doesn't matter what forest that it was printed in, it just ate it to Night of the Reliquary. And
Yep.
I totally agree. I completely agree. This whole set has been one fantastic card after another, and it's some of the old borders treatment is just looked absolutely gorgeous, but today was ridiculous.
Yeah, I agree.
This set is going
Today
to
was
be
very
amazing
good.
to draft.
Especially, not only that, to really put the feather in the cap for today specifically, there were 3 cards in black that didn't get spoiled until today as well, which were Grey Merchant of Asphodel, Liliana's Triumph, and I can't remember the last one. Either way, Liliana's Triumph and Gary is really, really good.
Right. No, I completely agree. Yeah, it's going to be really good. I find it interesting. There's a Horizon Canopy. I find it interesting that that all of those cards. Oh, let's take a moment for Hex Drinker, shall we? Look at that.
Hex Drinker is a very strong card.
Yeah, tell me about it. Especially with enough mana to level it up right meow.
Yeah. So this Hex Drinker now has protection from instants, and it's a 4/4.
Correct. So
which is very big.
Bob trigger first is going to be a diamond, and then Sylvan Library triggers.
That's a really good hit there for not hitting a land. You definitely think the diamonds are good there.
I totally
Especially
agree.
given, with the Sylvan Library as well. Like, oh my gosh.
Oh, Mike, that is if we get Green Sun Zenith tomorrow, I
will probably be buying more cards of this set, especially after Red was going, because I have a soft spot for Alesha. Delved into the Third Path is a super, super cool card. Really, really
Swift
good
Spear?
hits out of just burn and
Anger
aggro
of the
decks in
Gods?
general.
I mean,
yeah.
God, like one after another. Teamer Battle Rage, that thing looks sick, man, with the old border.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I'm really impressed. Really impressed.
Yeah, no, they've done a really good job with the old bordering of cards, which is super good. So,
let's see. Looks like he's still in the tank over the Sylvan Library trigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rax. Green Sun Zenith would be so dope.
I'm pretty sure every single human being on the Discord knows which card I want, but that won't be until the day after.
And it looks like he actually is going to take 2.
Pay 4 here.
Yeah, so so he does. Yes, he does take 2.
We got a Mazavith, which I really like the Mazavith here, largely because it forces the Hex Drinker to max out before it can attack.
Correct. Which is that is the only downside to Hex Drinker, if you can actually call it a downside, before it becomes the most insane creature that it can possibly be. You have to dump a bunch of mana into it,
which is reasonable. I remember when I was playing against Pickle Plop on the weekend there, he just went Hex Drinker, tap the Cradle for 6, level it up 6 times, and I was just like, oh my god.
That's ridiculous. Yeah, those are the plays that I've done. You've got a Birds, you've got a Noble, you've got your Reliquary, drop a Hex Drinker, drop a Guy's Cradle, and just pump the crap out of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You can see Bear is already prepped up for when he can get those old bordered proxies of the Chalice of the Void, which we do know is coming. So
yes. Beautiful Chalice. I totally agree. Hoping for Scoos tomorrow, maybe Arbor Elf and Utopia Sprawl. I would love a Utopia Sprawl. With Witch House, I literally just updated Witch House again, and I would absolutely love an old border Utopia Sprawl.
Pickle Plop also drew the land that they needed in order to get the Hex Drink up to Progenitus.
Right.
So, which, to be fair, it's a 6/6, but it still has pro everything.
Oh no! And then he pulls a Bob off the top from the Bob trigger. That puts him at 2. Yikes!
You need some very good draws here, Bear.
Punishing Fire.
Punishing fire, targeting himself.
Targeting himself. Takes him out. That's too funny. All right, so let's take a look. Let's start at Chaotic Bear's list. Coming from Bear's sideboard, we have 1 Chandra Awakened Inferno, spicy, 1 Collector Roof, 1 Crop Rotation, 1 Dread of Night, 1 Force of Vigor, 4 Leyline of the Void, 2 Swords to Plowshares, a Tabernacle, 1 Toxic Deluge, and 2 Valakut Exploration. What do you see him bringing in here?
I'm not entirely sure off the top of my head. I kind of like the Chandra Awakened Inferno here, largely just because of the ability to tick down and functionally Wrath. I also really like Toxic Deluge, as it is a way to deal with it deals with very large Knight of the Reliquaries, and it also deals with Hex Drinkers.
Right.
Which is very good.
That's pretty much your only way to deal with a Hex Drinker, unless you can grab it before it levels up.
Yeah,
because I don't.
Which is very difficult to do.
Yes, I totally agree. Because it only it takes very little investment to be able to protect it from instants and sorceries.
Yeah, especially in a deck like Maverick that's running Mana Dorks as well. Like 4 mana for a 4/4 pro instance is not that bad.
Right.
So you basically only get punished if you try and go a little bit before. If you try and drop it before you have the mana to upgrade it.
Right. I would agree with you there.
Yeah.
Bringing in the extra removal might be nice just for whatever pieces you've got. Tabernacle could be a house too.
It could be. I'd be worried though with the Knight of the Reliquary just able to fetch up a Gaia's Cradle, because Gaia's Cradle pays for all your creatures.
Yep.
Yeah. So that would be the one thing I'd be worried about. But then again, in a 4X Wasteland deck, maybe it's not that bad.
Champagne bringing up an interesting point that Kaya can help with Hex Drinker, which I totally agree. And Kaya is actually one of the best cards that I've played that I use in Maverick, which this deck is not running Kaya. And I think she's been totally fantastic. I mean, her plus is great. Yeah, absolutely great. And she's cheap. She's really nice. But that takes us to the next deck. What do you what does Pickle Plop have in their board?
So Pickle Plop has 2 copies of Deafening Silence, 1 Path to Exile, 3 copies of Thoughtseize, 2 copies of Choke, 1 Elspeth Knight Errant, 1 Gideon Ally of Zendikar, 4 Leyline of the Void, and 1 Shifting Ceratops. What are your thoughts on this one here?
I really think I could see the Thoughtseizes coming in and the Elspeth.
Yeah, I really like Elspeth Knight Errant here. Just being able to give the Knight of the Reliquary 3/3 flying just seems absolutely disgusting.
Yep, I totally agree. Gideon's a great card, but I think Gideon's a little slow for what you want against a lands deck. Thoughtseizes are not the greatest because a lot of your opponent's cards are lands, which you can't get rid of anyway. But granted, we haven't seen a Loam yet. I don't think he Loamed last turn at all.
No, the other thing as well is Bear is a Chalice deck.
Correct.
So ones are not where you want to be.
Correct. So and you did see it that he did see a Chalice last game too. So it's probably not the greatest thing to be bringing in unless you're able to. Well, he's just as easy to. Can he? Yeah, he can Mox Diamond into a Chalice on turn 1. So.
Yep, absolutely. That's basically the whole way the deck's constructed.
Right. And Lady Vito's, oh my God, the playmats. Are we supposed to see the player's webcam? So he is using a add-on called Virtual Cam, which allows him to have a second camera on his playboard. So Chaotic Bear is actually doing that with OBS as a nice way to say, here, you can see my smile as I play my Chalice on 1.
Yeah, no, it works pretty cool.
Yeah, I completely agree. And yes, that playmat is adorable. Prez was just talking about how he wants multiples of them.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I think going in with looks like Bear's going to be. They're not. They haven't drawn their first opening hands. For some reason, I thought he mulled already. I think
Bear has mulligan. Bear has mulligan.
Okay, for some reason I thought I saw that. So,
yeah.
But yeah, so Bear's going to drop down to 6. Pickle Plop looks like they're going to keep their 7. Yeah, so let's see if this 7 cards is a little bit better for him.
Hopefully.
perk is getting to see Bear beautiful mug. That's right. That is the perks of it, Oliver. And welcome, Oliver.
Yeah.
Hopefully you had a great Tuesday, and hopefully the rest of you guys had a fantastic Tuesday as well. It looks like this. He is going to keep that. Yep, that's going to be the card he pitches. Maybe. So we're going to have game 2 coming back at you guys. Maverick up a game. Maverick doing what Maverick does best, that's for sure.
Yeah, so Bear's going to keep the 6 here, and Bear will be on the play, I'm more than likely assume. Oh, double Leyline of the Void from Pickle Plop. Oh my goodness.
So that pretty much murders Loam.
It also turns off Night of the Reliquary for Bear without turning off Pickles.
Correct. There's Mox Diamond.
Yeah.
Discarding.
Discarding. Ooh. So that Tranquil Thicket is gone forever now.
Yes. Crack the fetch.
Which is not the land you want to have going away forever, but it's what you do.
You think he's going to be playing a Chalice here?
Potentially playing a Chalice. I don't mind the Chalice here, largely because it stops Hex Drinker and it also stops Noble Hierarch plus some of the spot removal, which is really good. But at the same time, I'm not super thrilled about it. Lady Vitos, thank you so much for the resub.
3 months. And she says, nice shirt, Prez.
Thank you.
I agree. It is a nice shirt, but I'm biased.
A little bit of bias, yeah.
And that's going to be a turn 1 Bob.
I actually don't mind this either, just the additional card advantage and clock this gives. Because your graveyard is turned off, I really like this here.
And never mind.
So,
Bob's going to eat it.
Fire off Swords the Bob immediately.
Yep. Both
swords
the Bob.
Yeah. Drawing a card.
Xylophone.
This is a really rough start for Bear.
Bear always has such beautiful nails.
Yep. Oh man, and Bear misses land drop.
Yeah.
That's so unfortunate.
I think Pickle Plop is actually in a pretty good position here. If they can start to pressure Bear, they might actually be able to run away with this one.
Yeah. I agree.
And Champagne says he probably has Loam in hand. That's probably true because he probably kept that thinking, oh, I can thicket, I can get that back, I can discard from Mox Diamond. We talked about this in the Discord a little while ago. What are your favorite, or what power level wise, what are the most, and there's going to be a Thalia. What are the most powerful Moxen? You've got the actual Moxen, the Power 9 Moxen, Mox Diamond, Chrome Mox, and Mox Opal. Mox Diamond being able to play in a shell that you can loam back to the lands that you're discarding pretty much makes it almost free as it is, which I think makes it one of the most powerful ones.
Yeah. This Wasteland is not what you want to see if you're in Bear's spot.
No. He's going to Punishing Fire
the Thalia.
Yep.
Which it's unfortunate to lose the Punishing Fire here, but that's still 100% worth it.
Right. I totally agree. Although the nice thing, if he does not make a land drop, him being able to kill that Grove of the Burn Willows at end step means that he's takes him down some mana.
Yeah. So decay the library. I agree with that.
Yep.
You do not want Pickle getting advantage off that Sylvan library, given how far behind you are if you're in Bear's spot.
And he's gonna Wasteland the Grove at end step, which I would have done the exact same thing.
Yes. Especially after getting the library wasted. Oh no. You can actually see Bear's face there.
I know.
Bear is not happy to see that library.
No, absolutely not. And there's a Maze of Ith, which unfortunately doesn't do much for mana production. And there's a Sylvan Library of their own. Sylvan Library is one of those cards that I think a lot of people think of as being slow, and you can't really play it, but the card advantage you get off Sylvan Library for 2 mana
is disgusting.
Oh, it is. It's like an avalanche it's an avalanche of a card advantage. It's freaking fantastic.
I have won so many games because of Sylvan Library.
Right. Ramanap.
Ooh, this is bad.
This is really bad because this means this is Wasteland lock.
Which
Unless he's got an
Thankfully, the
abrupt
Mox
decay.
Diamond gets around, sort of. But this is still not where you want to be at all.
No. Bear's already burned one of his abrupt decays.
Paying 4.
Yikes. He needs to be digging for an out here.
Absolutely. That is a beautiful Cabal Pit.
Holy crap, yeah, it is. He's got
Very
4 abrupt
unfortunate,
decays
though, that
maniacs.
he will never be able to threshold at this game.
Right. Very true. Very true. Cabal Pit is one of those cards that doesn't get enough respect, to be totally honest.
I agree. Cabal Pit's a very powerful card. Plague Engineer.
Yep. He's gonna take a ping from the pit.
Yep.
He's probably gonna name human.
Yeah, I'd imagine you name
snakes.
human, even though it is Naga, but name's Cleric.
Interesting. Okay. That just means the pit will stay on the battlefield so we can oogle it more. So I totally agree. It is a Naga.
Actually, the Cleric seems pretty good because not only is it a Naga Cleric, if there's Mother of Runes, it'll also hit the Moms.
Yes. That Cabal Pit just... Oh, yeah. There's going to be a green sun for 2.
I don't see any Moms in the deck, but that is still something of note.
Which means the only thing this actually hits is actually the Ramanep Excavator, but it doesn't even kill it.
No, but it's better than nothing, I guess.
True.
Because that's just it. Ramanep Excavator is a 2/3, right? And this will put it down to a 1/2, meaning that it can't trade with Plague Engineer.
Right.
Although this Collector Oof is not at all what Bear wants to be seeing right now.
No, not at all. Yeah, I think he's in a pretty rough spot here, unfortunately. That was a short-lived pit. I totally agree. We've got... Oh, Pickle forgot to activate the library.
Yeah. Remembered how much... Oh, wow. So it looks like Bear just ended up taking 8, I guess?
No, he took 4, because he was at 16 life, wasn't he?
Well, the swords will take him back up. But yeah, no, he ended up taking a bunch of cards off the library just to clear them out of the way.
What's going on with the life here? Swords the Plague Engineer. Now he's back down to 10. Oh, from combat. I was like, what the heck's going on?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, watching like 3 things at once here.
And here's that Hex Drinker again.
Yep. Level it up once.
In level 1.
Sylvan Library.
Oof.
Bear really needs some help here.
I agree.
If he pulls a black source, he can abrupt decay, but there's too many. I mean, he has to deal with the Hex Drinker. He has to deal with the Oof. He has to deal with the Ramanep Excavator, so he can stop the Wasteland Lock.
Yeah.
How many?
Yeah, there's not many basics in Bear's list.
That's actually what I was literally just going to look for. I think he's.
And by not many basics, I mean that Force is the only one.
Yeah, so that's pretty much that's it. Does Pickle Plop's deck smell like maple syrup too? Probably not, because it looks like it's a Dragon Shield mats, not the artwork, the art ones.
Yeah, no idea why those sleeves smell, but they do.
She is referring to my Dark Maverick deck, which smells like maple syrup. That's too funny. Yeah, Bear is just like, kill me now, please. You played it by you. I mean, there goes the Wasteland. Burn the Wasteland. He's going to abrupt decay in response, more than likely. I'll level it up first, then abrupt decay, or then Wasteland.
Levels it up to 3 to give it pro instance.
Yep.
then fires the wasteland off.
Yep. That was really smart played. Really, really well played.
Yeah.
And that's going to put him to 8. That's going to 8 damage. That'll put him to 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yikes. This might be it, guys. This could be
this is so rough for sure.
Yeah, there's nothing he can draw off the top. A deluge, nothing. There's nothing he can draw.
Yeah, and unfortunately, he can't even end his own misery by.
No.
Oh, so we did see the Chandra Awakened Inferno come in. Wow, those. So we had a Kaya. Oh, and Toxic Deluge in hand.
So that could have been it if he would have been able to keep that black source.
Oh my gosh, that's
BDG
unfortunate.
5656. Thank you so much for the follow. Wow,
Yeah.
that was that. You know what I have to say? I being a Dark Maverick player, that was pretty exciting. From the Loam side, though, Bear kind of got beat down there, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, big time.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's just how it goes. But anyway, we are the MTG Paper Legacy Discord. This is our Tuesday Legacy Fight Night. Just a place where you can come and play 3 rounds of streamed Paper Magic over webcam. I am Pres BOTW, joined here by Beyond Statistic. What else do we do on the Discord here?
Well, we just started our March League, which I didn't see the final count on players. I think, were we at 100?
99.
We were at 99 players for the March League this month, which is absolutely ridiculous. We just broke 2,200 players on the Discord as well. So if you sign up, if you hit ! Discord in the chat and you sign up, that's going to be 2,200 other people that are playing Paper Legacy, proxy friendly Paper Legacy, that want to jam sweet decks against whatever spice you can bring. We also have our Saturday weekly challenges. We have Sunday bi-weekly Euro and APAC challenges as well, which is gives people from all around the world an opportunity to play. So that's pretty freaking sweet. And then we have our Tuesday night Legacy Fight Nights right here, which are 3 rounds. Sometimes they're themed, pre-Innistrad Legacy. We've Team Unified. We're gonna end up doing. This is a mod fight, so each player is playing against a moderator from the Discord. So yeah, and then you can play against Prez with Battle of Wits with 84 Shadowborn Apostles.
It's a good time. On that note, Meme Night, for anyone who wants to prep up, Meme Night will be on March 30th this month.
Yes, Meme Night is bring all y'all Shadowborn Apostles to play. So Prez is going to be ready for you.
Yep. Anyway, we will see you back shortly for round 3 here.
Yes.
Stick around, please.